Hey, welcome to Dask Immigration Services once again. My name is Stephen Awudi. I'm a Canadian immigration consultant and I live in the province of Alberta, Canada. Today I'm going to be talking about students, study permits, changing of DLI institution, and what you need to do when you happen to change a DLI institution. So that is what we are going to be talking about today. Stay tuned. Now, welcome back. As an international student who is coming to Canada, you apply to a DLI institution as the immigration regulation requires. So that is a designated learning institution. Now, let's assume that let's say your visa has been granted to you. You've arrived in Canada at a point of entry, and you go to your school. But all of a sudden you decide, okay, things are not going well. Or sometimes you decide to even change the DLI institution before you even arrive in Canada. What options are available to you? Let's say you applied for a school, let's say University of Calgary, and then all of you've gotten your visa, or before you even get your visa, University of Calgary have taken you off their list. So you've applied to a school in Edmonton or a different school, let's say Medicine Hat College or a different school. Now, if it is within the same province, what you just need to do is to just inform IRCC to let them know that, hey, I was supposed to go to University of Calgary. I got an admission to go to that school, but I'm changing my institution to a different institution. So within the same province. So you just inform IRCC about that. However, if it happens that you are changing a designated DLI institution, at the same time the province is changing, then a different rule is going to apply over there. You have to inform IRCC, and then at the same time you have to submit a new application for a study visa, regardless of whether you are in Canada or you are back in your home country. So if, let's say, you submit an application today, you've gotten an admission letter from University of Calgary, and that is how you applied, you submit your application, and then in the process of that, maybe your visa delayed, so your university took you off the list, or you changed your mind to go to a different school, and you decided, look, I'm not going to Alberta anymore. I just decided to go to Saskatchewan, or I've decided to go to Manitoba or Ontario. In that case, it's a totally different province. So you would have to submit a new application to IRCC. It is very complicated to meet the requirements of a particular school and then changing everything all over again. The question now comes, what do you do? Do you withdraw the previous application? Do you allow the visa to be issued? What do you do? It is a lot of students get themselves caught in this kind of dilemma whereby they've applied to one school in one province through discussion from their friends, and they decide, hey, I'm moving to a different province, a different school, because fees are cheaper over there, or I could get a scholarship over there, or I've applied to two different schools and I've been lucky enough to get an admission in the other school, and now the fees are lower. So you have to take this into consideration. If you've applied for a visa, you've been granted a student visa on this thing that you are going to study an advanced diploma or a diploma, but now you are moving to go, which is a 2 years diploma. Now you are applying to study a 4 years bachelor's degree. That means the fees that you are required to pay, your living expenses and things like that, will be higher than what you initially submitted for. In that case, also you have to apply to IRCC to let them know. If you are moving in the same level whereby you applied for a study visa for a diploma, by changing to a different study visa, also a diploma, then in that case a regular web form is enough. But if you're moving from province to province, then a whole lot of things needs to happen. So that now, if I will give my advice, I think, do not complicate things. Do not make things difficult for yourself, because if you've gained an admission, you've gotten a visa, And let's say because the visa delayed, you're supposed to report to school before September 1st. And then visa came on September 15th, and then you've informed the school. The school said, look, I'm not going to take you anymore. So what you have to do, apply for the next intake so that you will come to the same school in order not to go back and apply for a visa. What if your second application get refused? What happens? So take your time. Don't be in a rush. If the visa is granted to you, inform IRCC, hey, this is what happened. I couldn't come to school because my visa delayed. The school couldn't put me on the same group for September 1st, but I've applied for winter intake, which is starting in January. In this case, I am waiting in my home country, and this is what I'm doing. So I would travel at this time, and this is my new admission letter. So that when you reach Canada, let's say come December, you are coming, and then you reach at the point of entry, and the entry officer said, hey, where is your offer letter or new offer letter? You'll be able to show them. If you've already arrived in Canada and this incident happened whereby the school said, hey, listen, we cannot take you on, classes have started, there's so much you've missed and all that, you still have to inform immigration to let them know, this is what I'm doing. I just arrived, the school couldn't put me on. The main thing is be very truthful in your communication to immigration. They granted your visa. You signed that everything you provided in that application is true. So you have to live up to your words and make sure that you do not complicate things by lying, because those things will come back and catch up with you. So be very truthful to them. Let them know what happened, but at the same time let them know, okay, now that I've arrived, I still have 4 months or 6 months. If you want to go back home, you go back. If you're not going back home, you have to explain in that communication what you are going to be doing within the 4 months. How are you going to be taking care of yourself? It is advisable not to be tempted to go and start working, which is against the rules. The study permit, which allows 20 hours of work for international students, comes on a condition that the school needs to be started for that condition of work authorization to kick in. So don't be tempted to do that. Yes, I know you will say they will not catch you, but who knows? What if you are caught and then they said, hey, they will issue you a pre-removal, they will put you on the list to be sent back home. So make sure you do your things well. So to recap, number one, if you're changing a designated learning institution, a DLI institution in the same province, you inform IRCC. You do not need to submit a new application for a study permit. If you're moving from a different province to a different province, but the program of study is the same, you have to apply for a new study permit, because the offer letter from the other province, everything will be different. The province, the rules, everything is different. The school, so you have to submit a new application. You have to consider, is it worth it? If you're in the same institution, you applied for a diploma program, but now you wanted to change it to an advanced, a higher, a bachelor's degree, or a bachelor's degree to a master's degree, you have to inform IRCC, provide supporting documents, how you meet all the financial requirements, and provide all that. If you're moving from the same province, but changing the level from high to low, the same thing. So that is my advice to you. As always, you can find us on www.daskimmigration.com. And if you have any questions or inquiries, you send us an email at info@daskimmigration.com. We have an office here in Alberta in Medicine Hat, and we have an office in Accra, Tessano Commercial Plaza. You could also reach us on 020-570-5228, and my assistants will be glad to assist you with your questions and connect you to us. So as always, subscribe to this channel, click the notification button so that when videos are I publish future videos, you will be able to get notified to go and watch it. At the same time, like and comment. We will try as much as possible to respond to your questions as much as we can. And always, we cherish your support for this channel, and it's our own little way of giving back to educate everybody. So stay tuned. We'll talk again, and bye-bye.